Dear Eros, I asked my son which part of his body he loved most. He said his skeleton. I always used to think I loved my toes, a quarter of my bones splayed into fans, the nerves so bright and easy to please. A friend's daughter showed me the bones she'd filed in an old card catalog. I handed each one back, the dull heat of rot traded for the glare white of a bare rib, fleshless cradle of hip, heft of femur on a mantle. She and I shared our love of lemons, and she taught me which in her made-up language so I could call myself by the proper word, the invented one. I held myself against the hard belly of those vowels, that black glyph of a name. The pulse I once felt when my son turned inside me thrummed against my hand. Tonight, the splinter I let live in my thumb finally worked its way out of my flesh, the wound larger than the weapon. I asked my son which part of his life he loved most. He said crying, because it felt so good to stop when he was happy again. The daughter shows me the thin hair of roots whitening the soil in a jar. She has made this small wilderness and given it life. When my marriage was failing, I offered to take care of my friend's succulent. It was almost winter. Everything was going gray. So when the plant began to bloom, I welcomed its dusty pollen until the kitchen smelled like carrion and bone dust. The house grew heavy with need. With an ache I understood. The smell of death was simple to answer. I knew what those fetid yellow stars required. I opened the back door to invite the flies to their desire. Adana.